Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician, and today I want to come clean and admit to you some things that I've never admitted on camera before. For almost the last 3 years, I have been a carnivore, eating a carnivore diet, a diet only of meat, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, a little bit of cheese, every now and then some full fat sour cream or cream cheese, but I've been completely neglecting to eat any plant foods whatsoever, no vegetables, no fruits, no grains whatsoever. And I just wanted to come clean with you and tell you how restrictive this diet is and caution you before you try this carnivore diet. You need to understand some of the things that you're going to be restricting from your life. And I think as long as you're carnivore, you're not going to have these things. And so you need to listen to this video until the bitter ends and then make the decision. Do I want to restrict myself from these things for the rest of my life? So the first thing that is restricted is my rosacea. I used to suffer from mild to moderate rosacea. I got to put hydrocortisone cream on my face a couple of times a week. Sometimes the rosacea would really flare up, and it was always a conversation piece. People would be like, "Oh, you scraped your face or you're sunburned," and I'll be like, "No, it's just rosacea." And I don't get to have those conversations anymore on a carnivore diet. Another big thing is sugar addiction. I was 100% a sugar addict, and I some of my greatest pleasures back then was eating far too many carbohydrates in the form of sugary junk foods. I feel restricted because that wonderful, loving habit of mine of eating that junk food led to lots of other medical complications, and I no longer have those medical problems. And I mean, I guess you could say I miss them. I used to have severe daily reflux, heartburn, GERD. It was terrible. I used to take 2 Nexium every day. That'd be 2 omeprazole every single day. And still I would have severe heartburn pain. I had to clear my throat continuously. I was just always having some kind of pain. I kept apple cider vinegar in my cubby at the clinic, and I would get to take 3 or 4 big swigs of apple cider vinegar a day trying to control that. I don't even know where my apple cider vinegar is now. I've misplaced it. I don't need it anymore. I don't take anything for my reflux anymore. And just that ritual of taking those pills every day was very satisfying. I don't know. It just kind of, it was like a happy little thing I would do twice a day was take my heartburn pills, and I'm restricted from that now. At my heaviest, I was 297 pounds, morbidly obese. And that was certainly something that was a conversational piece for other people. Hey, look at that fat doctor. He must not know anything about human health. And so I didn't really get to have a lot of conversations about it, but it was definitely a conversation starter for my enemies and, for other people who like to make fun of the fat doctor who couldn't fix his own health. And I'm restricted from that now. I don't get the privilege of people talking about me behind my back anymore, at least not about that. Another thing is I have lost my pre-diabetes that I used to have. My hemoglobin A1C was 6.2 at its worst. And now I'm stuck with a normal A1C. It's very unimaginative. It's boring. It's like 5.3 or something. I tore my anterior cruciate ligament in my right knee between high school and college basketball. And that used to grind and click and hurt and swell and ache every single day. It was like an old friend. And since being on this carnivore diet, my knee is completely silent. It's like it's mad at me. It never talks to me anymore. I get no negative feedback from it. There's no aching, no swelling. I can go outside and work on the farm all day, going up and down hills, playing with my chainsaw, all these things, squatting and bending and lifting, and my knee's just like, whatever. But before carnivore, before keto, my knee talked to me every day. So it's almost like I've lost an old friend or an old friend of me. But another thing is I used to have 3 ginormous poops every day. I'm talking about pot fillers, okay? Double flushers. And I just don't, that doesn't happen anymore. Now I poop once a day. It's very small, very minor. There's no odor. The last thing I want to share with you is probably the best. Back when I was eating the standard American diet, I had the most amazing flatulence. It was a lot, and it smelled so bad. I mean, 3 girls, the Berry girls, my 3 daughters, we would just laugh for hours on end at the amazing amount and the intense smell of my farts. But now I don't have those anymore. And so we just sit around and just kind of look at each other and be like, this is boring. Okay, I'm going to go outside and play. Because I don't have that gas anymore. And I mean, for years, for all my teenage years, definitely my early 20s, that was kind of my signature, man. I could clear a room in no time flat with just one ginormous fart. And I've lost that. It's almost like I lost a superpower of making people laugh and making people get up and run away from me because of this carnivore diet. And I mean, I don't know if this helps you or not. I also know there are people that I know personally who they're restricted from flare-ups of their autoimmune condition now. They just don't have them anymore. And they're like, well, okay, I guess that's in remission or whatever. So before you start this carnivore diet, I want you to be very aware of what you're going to be missing out on. You're going to be missing out on a long list of chronic medical symptoms of party favor farts that would just liven up a party like nothing else quite will. You're going to be missing out on taking all kinds of pills, the intimate close relationship that you would have had with all of your doctors and all of the people who work at the pharmacy who would have been perhaps your best friends. You're going to be restricted from that. So I just wanted you to be aware. If you've been thinking about this carnivore diet, think twice, think 3 times, because you too might miss out on all of these things that, I don't know, some people evidently think that they make life more full, more worth living, more enjoyable. Honestly, I don't really miss them that much. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.